Right, welcome back to the channel. Continuing on with the Z650 B1 1977 restoration. Still carrying on with the front end. I am using a different setting on the camera this week, so I apologise if there's any out of focus, because I've had a couple of comments and I have noticed it while editing that the other setting I normally use, which includes autofocus, it seems to be panning in and panning out of focus and it goes blurry at some time. So I'm trying this, hopefully it will work. But as I say, we're going to continue on with the front end. I need to do a few more bits on the mock-up. I've got parts on the bench. I finally got the correct lever because the one I had was wrong. The actual clutch lever has now turned up. I've also dug out the switchgear. It's in a bit of a sorry state, but I'm going to use it for the mock-up. The indicator one on the left hand side had the wire cut. I have noticed also it's got a pass button in it, which I don't think the original one had, but it seems to be the only one I've got in the box. But I'm going to use it for the mock-up. I've unwrapped the sensor on the brake splitter, and obviously the clutch perch. Again, I need to investigate this more because this seems to be the one I've got, but the one I'm seeing in the diagrams and in the manual seems to have a switch for the clutch. So I'm not sure, but I'm going to use this one for now and see how that goes. So the other parts I've got, obviously I've got the held brake line. We're going to mock that up today as well, and I'm going to put the rubber cap over, and all my bolts and adjusters for that side. For the clutch side. So as you can see, all laid out. Still sitting in the same place you saw it last time. I've just taken the handlebars out because it's easier for me to move around. So we're going to pop the handlebars back in and then start attaching everything loose just as a mock-up so I can get an idea. The bars I will be changing obviously because these are not the correct bars. They do need a bit of a rise, but I'm going to use them for now. Right, so that's finally started to go. trying to get a judge of a standard grip. So obviously I don't have any grips for it. I don't want to really put grips on because, let's say, these aren't going to be the handlebars I'll be using. Right, so that's happy with that in loose fit. Yep, left enough room on there. Right, so onto this end, let's get the master cylinder and the switch and the lever in place on this end. Right, for this side I can use an old throttle grip. Let's just slide over nicely. Right, the question is going to be with this. Will that fit with the angle of the bars? Yeah, I won't be able to fit the actual hose because obviously the angle of these bars, it actually takes the end of this down onto the top of the fork stanchion. just need to get a little bit more adjustment on that, and then I'll show you what it looks like. Right, happy with how that's coming out. As I say, I'm not going to bother with the grip that side, but that's roughly in the right place. But yeah, I definitely need the scoop in the bars, because there's no way am I ever going to get a hose on the end of that. So I'd imagine probably 3-inch rise, maybe 3.5. I'll have a look, see what's about. That's definitely, it's pretty good, I like that. It is purely just to give myself an idea of how things fit, what it looks like, how easy it goes together, what things do I need to change. Obviously there have been some good points about some of the insides of parts I've already painted. Yes, a lot of them have been rubbed back again. Right, let's get this brake splitter on. Right, again, loose fit. I just want to see how it goes. Again, with the clutch adjuster, I'll either pick a new one up or I'll refurbish the ones I've got. Yeah, that'll definitely make a difference with the longer bars. The top hose, the time that's fitted in. It's actually quite long. Or I'll try redirecting it round. But we'll just stay with the bottom hose for now. Right, so let's get this caliper on. Alright, so everything seems to be fitting okay. I say I will sort the root out of the actual brake hose, but for now it's just to see if everything fits. Also, you may remember a few episodes back when I was going through the parts, I had a bag with 2 screws in it. I couldn't remember what they were from. They actually hold this cover on the wheel. This cover is going to be replaced. I can't save it. It's just rusted away in some areas, so that's on just loose. Right, I'll loosely put in the speedo. I say this plate again, it's rusted. I'm going to look for a replacement if possible. Alright, happy how that's come out. So the only thing is, obviously, I can't find the other one of these to fit on that side, so it's not going to fit brilliantly, but let's pop that in, have a look. Alright, so there you go, that's on. I say it is all extremely loose. Let's see if I can straighten that up a bit. There are no spacers in there, so it is, as you can see, offline. It's not pushed in the whole way, but it is just to give me an idea. So I know that I've got to replace probably that plate. I need to find a spindle bolt or the big locking nut on the end that slides over. I also need to look for another cap that hasn't got. I mean, I did have it suggested a few episodes ago that have I tried aluminium, sort of tinfoil, aluminium foil and water. I'll give it a go. If it works, great. I say this mudguard will be polished up. There are some scratches in it. I should be able to lift them out, or polish them out hopefully. I mean, I've still got to find the actual, there's some brackets that clamp on that hold obviously the speedo cable and the brake line, but it is just purely to see at the moment whether that fits, and it does. So, but that was the aim across this video and the last video, was to try and get this mocked up, just the front, so I can see how everything is, how it fits, what I've got to replace. Obviously I need to replace this switch gear, so it's all the wires have been cut, and I don't think it is the right one with the pass button on it, but I will check it out. If anybody knows, in the comments box below, most appreciated. That switch is the correct one, but as I say, I need to get some bars, because there's hardly any clearance for the brake hose to go through. Obviously the only thing I haven't mounted is the horn, but I say that can come at a later date. So, but that's really what I wanted to get done over these last 2 episodes, is get this front end in, as I say, get it mocked up, I can now get a visual view in my head that what it's going to look like, what needs sorting. As I say, I'm still to find some replacement covers, but everything else, the fit is good, so happy. Right, so thanks for joining me on that one. As I say, it was a continuation on from the last episode where I started with the front end. It was just to get everything in place, and honestly I'm really happy with the results so far. It's nice to actually see the parts starting to go back into place, starting to form a bike. But as I say, the front end isn't going to stay on, it's going to come back off again, obviously, because when I get round to finishing the engine, when I've got a few more bits to come, and then I can crack on with the engine. So the front end will come back out again, because obviously when I fit the engine, I'll probably just lay the engine on its side and slide the frame over and bolt the engine in place, and then lift the frame back up onto a shorter stand, and then I can start. Obviously then that is the big rebuild. Obviously I've still got the engine brackets to do. As you can see, the state of them, and the spacers as well in between the engine and the bolts. But that's going to come up in the next episode. Next episode, I'm going to show you what you don't normally see. It's the, as I say, I've said in many videos that, oh, I've done this behind the scenes, or I've done that behind the scenes. I'm going to give you a view of what I actually get up to behind the scenes. It is some of it the basic cleaning, the prepping and getting the parts ready, but some people want to see this. So I'm going to delve into the box of spares and start bringing out a load of parts, and then show you what I do off camera. So hopefully you'll enjoy that. As I say, any comments in the comments box below, I really appreciate all your feedback. But as I say, so I hope you enjoyed that. That basically just about wraps this video up. So links to other videos, top left and top right, and join me again next time. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye.